I often hear people inside and outside the community say that we need black men in the community. Well, there are black men in the community. And just the type of black man that you want to be the face of the community is the question. We vilified the father figure in our community, the disciplinarian. We vilified the hardworking brother or the quiet, respectful brother. In return, we put up the criminal-minded brother, the lazy brother, the self-hating brother, the opportunist brother, the killer brother, the baby daddy brother. We put all those cats up and a little bit more in the face of the community. You don't believe me? Joe Jackson, even in his death, is still vilified to this day. Remember Bette Miller, who never known the man, never lived with the man, never worked with the man, was happy that he was dead. Now, mind you, if I had said that about Woody Allen, I'd have been called anti-Semite or mean-spirited at best. If I said that about Rob Reiner, the father, Carl Reiner, the son of the father of Rob Reiner. Excuse me, got it mixed up. Best known as Meathead from All in the Family. His father's up there in age, damn near 100, right? If I sat there and said that I'm glad that he's gone to whatever place he's gone to, y'all say I'm mean spirited, right? But when our brothers are sick or in old age or they've had a reputation of being tough, people chime in on them and then we add it to it and give them cover to talk about it. Now, I place blame on the Jackson children with Michael, LaToya, and Janet more than anything. Michael, LaToya, and Janet thought that they'd be acceptable or accepting more. They say, hey, my daddy did this to me because back in the 80s and 90s, everybody's writing a damn tell-all book. Or they were trying to shift blame to somebody else and not take responsibility for their actions. I can't blame my parents for my fuck-ups as a grown man. Now, if I was doing stuff as a kid all the way into adulthood with no change in patterns, then yeah. But at some point, you got to take responsibility for who you are. We need more Joe Jacksons in our community. Fathers who were at home. Fathers that set the tone. Fathers that kept the kids off the streets. See, I was blessed to grow up in a family where my parents came from a two-parent household. I've come from a two-parent household. I'd be damned if I have children out of wedlock. That's why I haven't gotten married yet. Because some of the women out here, they don't want to get married. Some of them want to play the field. Some of them don't. They want to live off the state. No. And some of these women had 9-to-5 jobs. There are a lot of brothers out here that do the right thing for the community, but we get slammed. We get attacked. We get dismissed. We get ignored. Then when something happened, where were you at? Well, what you mean where I was? I was right here. We have chased away the responsible black male and put a effeminate, thief, lying, opportunist black male in his place. You don't believe me? Look at TV who you see. Don Lemon, effeminate black male. Mark Lamont Hill, effeminate black male. Michael Eric Dyson, opportunist black male. Black rappers, not the so-called country rappers, but the ones that talk about MF this and B that and N that. That's what we replace the black male with. So when I go talk to a young brother or even my younger siblings who are caught up in that crap a little bit, what you gonna tell me, man? You struggle. You had to do this, to do that, to get that. They see the fancy cars and the stacks of money and all the women, but that's only for a short period of time. When you start aging and start losing that popularity and that money, they scatter. Or you feel that, well, let me step out into another community and try my luck. Sometimes it may be a better fit for you. A lot of times it isn't. When a black man says he's about his community, his family, people attack us. They treat us as if we're the enemy. When Joe Jackson get made fun of, everybody got a dirty joke. He abused his kids. And the man and his wife even said he didn't abuse them. Even his eldest children said, our father didn't abuse us. He was tough, but that damn movie made Joe out to be a character. People forget that Michael Jackson and his brothers got screwed by Berry Gordy at some point. That's why they left Motown. But nobody never slams Berry Gordy. Nobody never slams Suzanne DePass. Nobody never slammed any of the people that was making money off their talents. Joe Jackson had caused Michael Jackson issues. Michael trusted the wrong people. And you know what the irony is? When Michael was in the Catch-22, who did he call for? His daddy. His barely educated father had enough common sense to get his boys, not just his boys, but his whole family to Hollywood and make them mega stars who influenced every artist that came practically after them. Michael and Janet. People crack jokes on Tito, but Tito still tours the world playing his guitar. His brothers are still in the music industry and behind the industry. Marlon is into real estate. If y'all watch that A&E show, The Jacksons, y'all see all that lies that the media put out was BS. And they did a segment talking about their father, saying how people lied on their father. When Bette Miller wished death on him, and everybody else in Hollywood was making jokes, mostly Caucasian people, it should have shown you something. Say, wait a minute. They don't talk about the quote-unquote so-called wannabe thugs. They steer away from them, but the ones that actually is doing something, they take them down. They destroy their reputations. Wonder why. See, they want to replace the black man like a Joe Jackson or a Bill Cosby with cats like this. Mark Lamoise Hill. Sheriff David Acloon Clark. Roly Poly Martin, who only get mad when somebody include him in a generalization. This is what they want to replace us with. This has become the face of the black man. And don't let me forget Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley and Steve Harvey and cats like that. Look what we did to Dr. Umar Johnson. It took one sister in the video questioning where the money went, and everybody started attacking him. Nobody criticized the celebrities that say, you know what, we can go do events in these Caucasian schools and Hispanic schools, pass out stuff, but we can't go to the black schools. If we do, we take them book bags and bicycles and baseballs and pat them on the head, give them a turkey or two. We don't talk about the sick black kids in our community. If it's not coming from me and other black YouTubers like Professor Black Truth, The Black Authority, Toria Rain, Nicole Views, True Raw Family, Kimberly Frazier, and many others, you would never know. Lisa Cabrera, let me mention her name as well. In Divine Show, I can't forget Divine Show and one of Easy. We're the only ones that seem to be talking about the issues that affect our people. And we get attacked for it. Y'all sit here and y'all listen to these people while they tap dance on TV. Other day, Mark Lamont Hill was on the Breakfast Club. He was tap dancing with Palestine and Israel in the gay community. But when the black community, all of a sudden, we call us MFers and in the N-word. And I'm like, you supposed to be a professor. You sitting on a show with Charlamagne the God. You're a professor. You educated. Now people say, well, Farrakhan went on for a reason. He went on trying to reach the masses of our people. But when he go on there, when he tried to crack with Charlamagne, no better to come at the minister sideways. But everybody, when he tried to go at Sinbad sideways, Sinbad stopped him. See, some brothers out here, they ain't playing that crap. I, for one, don't play it. I defend our people within reason. I stand with our people when they need to be stood with. That some of our brothers and sisters don't deserve our defense or our loyalty. We know we're under attack. We know that they got a man on for the black male. But we still act like barbarians to each other. We steal from each other. We destroy each other's property. We don't even say hi to each other. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you do come across a black person that do it, you want to break down in tears and cry. And you're like, oh my God, thank you, brother. Thank you, sister. I know I ain't the only one that feel that way. I see young brothers on the corner. If I'm getting out doing business, I'm like, they said, Mr. Can I get $1? And a lot of times, you can tell somebody really need it. In this times, you can tell somebody don't need it. Look how that poor woman got stabbed. Her and her husband put over. They thought it was helping a young black couple. They killed that woman. For what? You got what you got from her, but you couldn't still kill her? We got a group of people in our community who just don't respect black life. And the black male should be the one out here saying, you know, enough is enough. You're not going to come in our community and do the things you do. And you're not going to be a part of the community doing the things you do. We can't blame white folk for this, all this stuff. Yeah, we know where it started. At some point, we got to take responsibility for our actions. I get tired of turning on the news or the internet or the radio or picking up a magazine or newspaper and hearing about a story, hoping that it's not a black person involved, especially a black male. Because every time another brother commits a crime, guess what? You and I, as black males, we pay for it. Because people assume that's how we all are. If you go on social media, this is the first thing. If something happened with a black person, they generalize all of us. We got to stop playing these games with each other. We need to give a firm hand, and we need to support. Good brothers, not decent brothers. Good brothers need that support, need that love, need that understanding. What's the difference between a good and decent guy? Good guy, you know where he stands. A decent guy is somewhat. Every now and then, hit or miss. The bad guy, him and the good guy are probably the most honest out of the three. Because they let you know where they stand. They don't care about nobody but themselves. But y'all love them, y'all defend them, y'all rationalize their behavior. Y'all reward them with sex, y'all reward them with food, y'all reward them with clothes and shoes. Songs, y'all worship it in song. I mean, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, how can a young brother compete against that? How can a middle-aged or older brother compete against that? You can't. This is why we have so many divided loyalties out on display. But the reason why I brought this up is because, once again, somebody leaves a comment attacking this man. Now, those of you who keep mentioning the pound cake speech saying he was attacking the black community, the only people that took it personal are lowlifes, the black folks that are beneath other black folks. That may sound arrogant, but I got to put it that way. If you had that slave mindset, or since y'all like embracing the word or the term ghetto, let's go there. Since you have that ghetto mindset, that ghetto mentality, then you deserve to feel bad. You deserve whatever negative shit you get thrown at you because you can't think. He wasn't attacking the black community as a whole. He wasn't even attacking miseducated brothers and sisters. He was telling them that y'all got to get your shit in order. You're hurting your people. You're hurting yourselves. Nobody's putting a gun in your head to go out there and game bang. Nobody's putting a gun in your head to go out there and sell your body. I mean, some things you have to do to survive. But ain't nobody doing that. Telling you, say, you must take these illegal drugs. You must sell these illegal drugs. You must take another person's life. I know how hard it is to grow up and want something and can't get it. There was a time when we was comfortable. And there was a long stretch of time when my family struggled. But not one time when I got in my teenage years or my adult years, I said I'm going to go make it hard for somebody else. I did without. I made sacrifices. I remember when I was a kid in high school, everybody getting the Jordans. I remember the kids who didn't get them got cracked on. I was one of those kids. And it wasn't because my parents couldn't afford them. It wasn't that when I was working a job, I couldn't afford them. It was what Michael said back in '89 when the starter jackets and stuff was out, the hats, and kids getting a Jordan and starter hats and caps taken off of them. He could have cared less. Here's a man who's making millions of dollars, not off the Bulls as a player, but off Nike from the large number of black folk. But then he said, white people buy sneakers too. They don't buy them like we do. I remember every time a new pair of Jordans come out, half the damn schools, kids cut. I remember when you came to school, you didn't see nobody hardly in school, Jordans. Wasn't no gang fight. Wasn't no tests. It was Jordans. But y'all support Michael Jordan. Y'all talk about him, but y'all run to support him. I don't buy crap from Michael Jordan. I don't buy nothing from Nike. Last time I bought something from Nike, and I did eventually buy a pair of Jordans myself, and I regret it, was 1998 or 99. Damn near 20 years ago. If not 20 years ago. Bill Cosby is donating millions of dollars to black organizations, black schools. He's bought art back. He's demanding excellence. Y'all keep saying that he was talking about he's a conservative. So you mean tell me somebody tell you do right, that means they're conservative? You bought into right-wing propaganda. Blacks are conservative, but not politically conservative. There's a difference. Remember, this man's son was murdered, so he's going to be sensitive about seeing young brothers and sisters waste their damn life away when his son is forever stuck at what, 20-something? Y'all let Michael Eric Dyson and a handful of these so-called educated Negroes talk about, well, he was lecturing the black community, and then the first thing they say, well, he couldn't give his money. No, you make because he donate money to your ass. Go read between the lines, folks. He was talking down to the black community. No, he wasn't. He wasn't talking down to me. I'm not a thug. I'm not a baby daddy. I'm not a down low. I'm not a thief. I'm not lazy. I'm not a murderer. He wasn't talking to me. I don't have kids out of wedlock. And if I did have kids, I would name these crazy ass names. I would let my boy or girl be feminized or masculinized. I won't let some outsider get into their head and manipulate them. That's the difference. But y'all don't like that. Y'all don't want nobody telling y'all nothing. Then when something happens, y'all want the very people you don't want talking to come stand with you. Why ain't nobody standing with us? Why ain't nobody speaking out for us? You speak up for yourself. We let this brother hang. We saw the lynch mob. We even saw people who look like us participating in lynch mob. Y'all know different than those motherfuckers that helped kill Emmett Till. And it's been a history of black folks helping racist people or people in our community who are self-destructive, commit acts of aggression. We don't want to talk about that. Bill Cosby gave us the Cosby Show, showing that, hey, black families live just like that. A lot of us did live like that. Now, everybody might have a parent who was a doctor or a lawyer, but we all lived that life where we sat down at the table, we went out to dinner, we joked, we laughed, we cried. But then we also have to remember it's a TV show. It was only so far you can go. But he gave us Different World, and Different World showed young black men and women or boys and girls to college or higher education or business or being respectful was something to strive for. But we seem all forgot about that. We replaced Cosby with Obama. But the irony is, if it wasn't for Cosby, people would have been comfortable with Obama in the White House, to be perfectly honest with you. We give Obama all kinds of leeway. He was the freaking president of the United States and did nothing but lecture black America and didn't do anything for us. But at least Mr. Cosby was in his pockets. He had put TV shows like Picture Page, Fat Albert, and other shows. He did educational programs. He demanded that they had black stuntmen. The brothers you see working and women working today is because of Cosby. But you got Negroes out here or people who are trolling that's like this repeat misinformation or don't know the full events, and you go by what somebody told you and you can't accept that may be a lie, so you keep repeating the lie all over again. I heard the speech. I agree with Cosby 100%. I agree with him 100%. Let me say this again. I agree with 100%. And I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. Because it's time for black men to stop letting these criminals and these feminine ass Negroes run rampant in our community. Dudes are getting an argument. They ready to pull out guns. Back in the day, you either walked away or you thumped, and then a few minutes later, y'all was boys. Today, you said this about me, what they selling all moist and special. Have y'all seen some of the videos when these males are fighting? They fight like females and the girls fight like males. We're almost like dinosaurs, us straight black men that got our stuff together, or I should say black males. If you notice, a lot of the black males, they shooting dead. Like they say, oh, he's nope. Is he gay? No, I think he's straight. Shoot him. Send them in jail. Destroy their character. Have you noticed that not one gay black male have been up in this Me Too movement? If you noticed that, at least there was a few gay white guys they was calling out. No, they ain't gonna do that. They need them. They need them gay black men. They're gay best friends. They gotta be the ones that, girl, he ain't no good, but go with him. I've seen it happen. The gay dude would tell a girl, go with the bad boy. She get with the bad boy and she's miserable. Y'all taking advice from a gay dude. But another reason why I mentioned Mr. Cosby and Joe Jackson. Let me read this to y'all. Harvey, as a fellow Gen Xer, like that's going to sway me, I agree with 99% it's hitting important and all. But Cosby in the pound cake speech was arrogant on his part. Really? Maybe a few in the community take the attitude of revenge for Cosby outcome. A few? Are you kidding me? But the whole realized, despite that speech, he was railroaded, okay? Cosby played to the talking points of black male cowboy in his speech to satisfy a certain segment get points. No, he wasn't. That was about us. See, y'all keep making it more nefarious than what it was. This ain't about white folk. When I say we can do better, I ain't thinking about white folk like that. I'm thinking about us. Can't y'all honestly believe that there are actually black people that give a damn about other black people? Are we that self-hating, self-destructive, or not confident in ourselves to say, maybe that brother and sister really do give a damn about me? This is why some of my brothers and sisters say they burnt out. They can't do no more. I've said this before. I wonder what Malcolm X surviving children and King surviving children, and many of the civil rights era men and women whose parents fought and sacrificed, how they children and grandchildren feel about their parents and grandparents making an ultimate sacrifice for us to just turn around and say, I can't be no more than what the white men say I can be. I can't be no more because I grew up in this side of town or I come from this background. My parents never referred to the community we live in as a ghetto because we didn't live in the ghetto. A lot of y'all use terms that don't apply to us. A lot of y'all regurgitate other people's talking points that don't apply to us. A lot of this stuff we did, we put ourselves in this box. And then any brother or sister try to tear it open or climb out of it, you pull them down. And if you pull them down, you say to keep your ass from getting up, we're going to kill you. We're going to beat you down. Or we're going to say that you're not one of us. Y'all confuse black folk who actually give it down with those who don't give it down. He said, just like Obama, Cosby did not speak out publicly against white supremacy. Now this is BS right there. Cosby did speak out against white supremacy. See, y'all want him to come out and do like Farrakhan. He didn't have to do that. He was giving money to the civil rights movement. Let me tell you somebody who was scared, was nervous about it, Sidney Poitier. When Dr. King died, did Andrew Young go full tilt like Reverend Jackson and Stocks? No. The people y'all attacked, the people y'all vilified, has been vilified by the media or opportunists or brothers and sisters that have been bought off. They say, you are correct that the combination of people that lied and set up Cosby. But Cosby believed in being down and being untouchable is what got him lynched. Not criticism or lack of support from a. Are you kidding me? And then I said, you're off. And that's the thing. Peace to thee. I went to your channel and I know your name is James Jackman One. And you notice you have none of this stuff. So either you're more likely you're a troll. And I'm gonna treat you as a troll because see, join August 2009. How many people still got their accounts of 2009 during the flag era of YouTube? And they're gonna sit there and say the things about Mr. Cosby. But I want y'all to see that I'm blocking this person because I get suspect. Now I could be wrong. This person could have had their channel up, but when you start saying Cosby, then speak out against white supremacy, where the hell have you been for the last how many years? That was the whole point of the Cosby Show. Not just to entertain, but to show us that there's more than us than a damn stereotype. But the problem with us is that we, as black folk, we believe the negative images of a black man. Just like when we talk about the so-called, no matter how many me and others say those have them women are lying, and we can prove it, y'all still say the Cosby slept with them. Lord forbid you and I ever get accused of the same thing, knowing that we ain't never been with them. They can't produce no evidence that Cosby been intimate with them. They can't produce it, but they was believed. And then y'all said, well, because he was accused of rape, and in the Pelgate speech, there you have it. And remember, the judge threw his stuff that he done on his back in his face because he wanted to humiliate him. He wanted to make the black man who was responsible, talk about responsibility, a joke. That went over a lot of people's head. So ask yourself, why is cats like Joe Jackson and Bill Cosby and many of the responsible fathers that we see every day in our communities are always under attack? They make it like black fathers don't exist in the community. And I'm going to tell you, black celebrities, when they get on stage and do music shows, I want to thank God, I want to thank my mama. They not mention their dad, regardless if he was there physically or not. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you if you got a bad father. But if it wasn't for your father laying down with your mama, or her choosing your dad, you wouldn't be here. And we don't know the reason why some of these guys are not in your life. A lot of them don't even know you exist. Some of them died because of car accident, natural cause, or they was hurt on the job, or the mother refused to let you be around your daddy. This is another reason why you got a lot of emasculated males around who don't want to be black. Because every time they go in the bathroom, whether they washing up, taking a bath, or urinating, or whatever, they see their manhood and they want to run away from it. I see women on TV saying, you should always be open-minded to such and such. No. The last 20 years, we see an increase of black male homosexuality. We see an increase in black male criminal behavior. Before y'all even got y'all life started, y'all have committed acts of aggressions against people, crime. Then when you get in trouble, you begging, you crying for your mama and no. Y'all keep saying that people like Joe Jackson and Bill Cosby and those of us out here that keep our head on straight, we're the problem. No, we're not. Because every time we try to put up some type of a thing to attack the poverty and despair in our community, we get shot down. We get criticized. Look at them brothers in Detroit, the Detroit 300. Who took them down? It wasn't white folk. It was our own black community, black women in particular. When Daniel Hoyt's call was raping, it was on cases on trial. The so-called mainstream media didn't report it at all. It was us. And those brothers like myself was outraged by it, that these sisters, some of them didn't get justice. One of these days we're gonna stop blaming black men for all the ills of the world. And black men, we got to stop looking at ourselves as the protector and provider once again. And and we need to stop protecting our households and our children by any means necessary. This is not anti anybody else, but this is pro us. Every other community, the men in their community get to express themselves. We're the only one that everybody want to emasculate. But y'all keep mentioning, put that lie that Cosby was doing this and doing. Y'all know it ain't true. Y'all let the media set that narrative up. And there's a segment of Black America did throw in Hollywood did throw Cosby under the bus. And maybe some in Black America did too. We gotta stop allowing people to bully us. We gotta stop being men again. We gotta stop letting people know that you can't punk us. And if you go after one of our brothers who are doing the right thing, you got a bunch of men that are gonna step up and check you on it. I am sick and tired of seeing these young brothers who get caught mean mugging for the camera. But then when they meet once they get in front of the camera, they call their mama. Mom, can you put some money on my card? Mama, I didn't do it. And the mom like, I know this is my son's. He's a good boy. But he got a gun on him. He pointed at the police officers, knowing damn well they don't mind shooting a brother dead, young or old. One of these days, we as black men are gonna say enough is enough. And we're gonna get the support from our community. I'm sorry, the gay man cannot represent the black community. The absent-minded father cannot represent the community. The absentee father can. The brother who can't separate fiction from reality, they're not gonna be the one to lead the community. The brother just hell bent on just having sex with whoever woman he can get in bed with, he's not gonna lead the community. Nor should we want any of those brothers I mentioned to lead the community. You want somebody dependable, you want somebody reliable, you want somebody got common sense, somebody's out trying to make a better life for himself or his family. I want our brothers to stop being afraid. Stop letting people bully them. Stop letting people talk to them like they're stupid. We need to regain our black manhood before we go extinct